This is McGann with another Maya 2012 tutorial for beginners, and this one is going to be on how to quickly build sort of a humanoid skeleton. To get skeleton sort of parts, we're going to mold our own lady here. We're going to make sure that we have animation checked in this box over here in the left corner. We're going to go up to Skeleton, Joint Tool, and what we're going to do is for this particular model, we're just kind of going to trace alongside of her so we can kind of see what we're modeling against and get the proportions more right than we would normally. Usually it's a good idea to not have anything on your canvas except for maybe the model, and sometimes you can even build the skeleton from a blank scratch, and that's fine too. What you do want to make sure you do though is hit the spacebar, click on the right view, and hit the spacebar again. Oops, that gave me a dot already. You're going to want to do this because if you try to work in the 3D perspective mode, your lines are not going to go the way you want them for your bones, and it's going to be a really big mess. So I'm going to start right here, kind of alongside here, parallel to where this spine bone kind of hits on the model. And I'm just going to go trace that up, up. And then I'm going to put a couple smaller bones around the neck, a really sort of longer one for the skull, for the head, and then I'm going to hit enter. So that way that's all blocked off now, it's all done. You can either click the joint tool in your quick links, or you can go back up to skeleton and hit joint tool. And what you're going to want to do then is click on that joint. Nope, you don't want two of them selected. Oh, no, that gave me a new one. Alright, let's go click on the joint tool again. Okay, it's just not wanting to listen now. Okay, now we just want it so that this bottom one here on up is selected. And what we're going to do now is we're going to make the chin bone, which is going to come out and down a little bit for us here. And then there's two different bones that are attached to the same bone sort of joint there. Now what we want to do is make our rotation axis, and what we're going to do, we're going to hit enter, so that way that's a separate entity now. It's not going to interact anywhere else I click. We're going to make a bone down here, hit enter, click the joint tool again, and then a last bone down here for our root. Now what you want to do here, we want the bottom bones to be the parents of these bones up here, because then that way we know exactly where to grab to get later when we need to select things. So we're going to select the bottommost bone here, which is going to select everything else. Parent bone, I'm sorry, this is the spine bone, and we want to make it the parent. We want to make this rotator bone the parent, so we're going to select the parent bone last, hit P, and now it's hard to see, but there is an arrow that's leading up to there to show that this is the parent of that one. So if we click this one, it highlights them all. So that's how you know that's how you know really which way the parents are. The parents are the ones that have the triangles shooting towards the next one. So you click the parent and that'll select everything down the hierarchy. And now we're going to select our spine here now with the rotator, and we're going to shift and click on what's going to be our root bone, and we're just going to hit P again. And now a smart idea is going to be to go over here where it says joint 11 at this point. Yours may say a different number depending on how you make it, but we're going to call it root, rotator, I'm probably spelling that wrong. Let's see, I'm gonna go up here real quick, face. It's a good idea to identify the ends of places just so that you can tell where they're at later if you're going through the chart and trying to animate and stuff. And we're going to put head, top. And you can also go through here and name all these as well, but I'm not going to do it for sake of time. I'm also going to show you real quick how to do the legs and attach that in the way that's most feasible for your person here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the hip, then make a bone all the way down here at the kneecap, and then we're going to go all the way down to the ankle. Then I'm going to go back a little bit to make the the back of the heel. Trying to align this here with my model without making a big mess. Okay, and then I'm going to make a point that is going to be the ball, the front ball of the foot. I'm not sure what the right term is. And then another just close by for the toes. All right. Now I'm going to go and actually select this whole thing to move it. And I'm just going to move it forward a little bit so I don't have to worry about it later, so that it's more in line with how I'm going to need it for the rest of the spine here. I'm going to hit spacebar, go up to perspective mode so that I can see again. And now you see that kind of made a big mess because it did not distinguish that these were going to be two separate things. They put them both on the exact same plane, so I'll just spread it out here for the sake of spreading it out. And now what you're going to do, like before, you want this bone to be the parent, so we're going to select it last, so that way anytime we click on the root, it's going to select everything, or highlight everything. So for this, we're going to select the top joint here. Actually, I'll go through and name them really quick. That's hip, knee, and this is really for your benefit. I highly suggest naming all your points, because later on, when they're all just named joint 1 through 10,000, you're never going to figure it out. And you can also put like a left or right. That's also a good idea for when you're animating later. So let's say I want to call this, it would be her left ball of foot. And then, oh, come here. Come back here. And then we'll call this left toe. And if I was doing this for something actually other than a quick tutorial, I would put more effort and detail into fixing things, but right now I'm just trying to get this done for you as quickly as I can so you don't get bored watching me. Okay, I've got my leg selected. I'm going to hit Shift, select on the root, click P, and there you've got it so that this is the parent that goes over to the leg. And now if you click that one root joint, you have the whole thing right here is highlighted. And you can keep going the same way throughout the hands, and it's just adding in more and more bones for every little part. Of course, you know, it'd be a long bone here to the elbow, a bone to the wrist, and then a bone in the palm, and a bone to the, you know, the 3 different bones in the fingers, and then you'd want to go through that for each of the fingers that you have there. I don't need to do it for this model because she only has mitten hands, but that's just a real quick thing to show you how to do it, real basic. Quick learning thing. I'm going to show in a different video how to rotate the axes so that it will all help you better when you animate. So I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.